Hi everyone, Lisa Tamati here, and I just wanted to check in with you today and give you a couple of updates. Firstly, I've got a new podcast episode that's just gone up this morning, and it's with my wingman at Running Hot Coaching, exercise scientist Neil Wagstaff. And today we talked about everything around injury prevention and treatment for the most common injuries. So we're talking things like knees, Achilles, plantar fasciitis, glute problems, hip problems, lower back problems, all of these sort of good things. And it's a really, really good listen. Even I learned some things there from Neil that I'd forgotten or hadn't heard for a while. So really worth checking out that podcast, which is on pushing the limits. And I'm also going to be posting it on other areas in social media, but go and check it out. You can find my podcast on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Libsyn, on Google Play, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff. So it's a real must listen to episode. It's not just talking about prevention and treatment of injuries, but it's talking about really how to have a really holistic approach to your run training so that you avoid these sort of things happening. It's going back to the basics about things like hydration and how critical they are for injury prevention, not just for your health and everything else. So make sure you check that out. And I also wanted to let you guys know about a live running weekend that we've got coming up in Havelock North on the 25th and 26th of August. It's titled How to Revolutionise Your Running Training, and it's a weekend that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun in the beautiful Hawke's Bay in the Havelock North area, and Neil and I will be running that, and we're going to cover off everything like the 5 pillars of training, so your run-specific drills, your tempo, your fartlek, all that sort of good video analysis of your actual running. We're going to be doing mobility for runners, strength workouts for runners, and these things are the crucial pieces of the puzzle. And knowing how to put this whole plan together, because it's not just about how many miles you ran this week or how many kilometers you collect. You have to earn the right to run those kilometers, okay? If you want to go out and just smash yourself and not do the other pieces of the puzzle, that's when so many people run into injury troubles, burnout, exhaustion, a whole lot of other sort of problem areas. So make sure that you get along to that. The numbers are strictly limited. We've got a lot of people signed up already, so don't miss out on that. It's on the 25th and 26th of August. I'll put the link in the description below of where you can find out all the details. It's going to be a Saturday, Sunday. So the Saturday is going to be a whole workshop day where we're doing all of that sort of educational stuff. On the evening, we're going to have a massive big gala dinner together, and I'm going to be doing a keynote speech, and Neil's going to be telling some tales from the trails. So it's going to be a great night to meet a whole lot of like-minded runners and people from all levels of running. We want absolute beginners right through to the experience to share everything running. It's going to be a really fantastic weekend. And the next morning we're going to be doing some more learnings before we head out to the Tamata Peak area, where you're going to go for a run, jog / hike, walk, whatever level you're at, for a couple of hours and really enjoy the area there. And of course, on the Saturday night, we'll have a glass or two of wine, so it won't be too strenuous on the Sunday, I promise, but it's going to be fantastic. So those are the 2 things that I really wanted to share with you. I've also just having a fantastic week. I'm traveling all around the country at the moment, working with the National Young Leaders Day, speaking to schools. We're speaking to over 15,000 children in this roadshow that we're doing. Fantastic organisation and loving it, with a company, that Parenting Place, and it's all about teaching kids to think outside the square, to push their limits, to develop good habits, to get good mentors and coaches, and making them think about everything to do with mindset and motivation. And it's really refreshing to be able to talk to kids, because kids are just full of energy and full of bounce, and they're so passionate about things. And you walk into a hall with 2,500 kids yelling and screaming, and it's fantastic sort of thing. So the next one of those that we've got coming up, I've got a bloody mosquito flying around my head, is in Hamilton on Monday, and then we're off to Palmerston North and then down to Wellington. and the team are carrying on through to Christchurch and Dunedin, but I won't be doing those two. Too far away, too much to work on. And today I've had the privilege of hopping down to Wellington and talking to Fire and Emergency down there. Jason Crow, who's just joined us. Hey, Jace. I had a fantastic time down there speaking to the guys. And I'm really, really privileged to be able to travel all over the place, sharing some of the lessons that I've learned, sharing some of the cool adventures that I've had, but more than that, talking about things like leadership, pushing outside your comfort zones, taking on massive challenges and all the sort of good things that go along with that, because I'm really all about mindset and motivation, and running has taught me so much more than just being fit. It's not about just being fit or crossing a finish line and getting a medal or ticking that bucket list marathon off that you've had. It teaches you so much more about your mindset, about what you're capable of, about how much suffering you can tolerate. And when you struggle through things, it actually builds strength within you, and it builds resilience. So for me, running is not just a fitness thing. It's not just a sport. For me, it's been a way of life. For me, it's really helped me climb out of the doldrums of depression and being unmotivated in my early 20s and being totally down on myself and having no confidence, to being able to really get much, much stronger mentally, and especially when you're doing ultra marathons, because as all the ultra marathons, I see we've got one there, a very good one, Barrett Hocking. Thanks for joining, mate. Legends like that, you will know exactly how hard it is, and you can actually train your ass off and still be nowhere near prepared for some of the longer ultras. You can't actually train for the distance. And then it's all about mindset. It's all about how you cope in different situations. How do you fight giving up? How do you overcome the pain? And all of these sort of things are fantastic lessons for you to learn. And these are the sort of things that you can pick up through sport, through running. Obviously is a good way to do it as well. So thanks very much for listening, guys. So please go and check out that podcast, Pushing the Limits. I really, really appreciate people who've left me comments on there and 5-star reviews. It really, really helps the show get exposure. I put a hell of a lot of effort into this podcast series that I've did, and it's an interview series with extraordinary achievers across all genres. So it's not just in the sporting realm, it's in the business realm, it's in the science realm and health science, but they're all extraordinary people that I have on there, and they have many, many lessons to teach us. And I love learning from the best. And that's one of the selfish reasons why I started the podcast, is that I wanted to learn from the best people in the business. And I've managed to do that. I've been going now for over 2 years. I've had some incredible people, but this week's one was with my wingman, Neil Wagstaff, all around running, prevention of injuries, treatment of injuries, how to avoid them, hydration, and all those sort of good things. So I hope you enjoy that. And don't forget that weekend, I'll also put the link up to that live run, How to Revolutionize Your Running Training weekend that's coming up on the 25th and 26th of August in Havelock North. I would love it if you could come. We're going to have a bunch of fun. It's not going to be boring. I promise you that. It'll be a hell of a hoot. And, you can find out all about it if you go to runninghot-coaching.com/how-revolutionize-your-running training. Okay, so I will put the link in because that's a real big mouthful, I know. But if you go there, I'll send the URL. Click it. Join us. Make sure you sign up quickly before all the spots are gone. So thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.